You know, I have been a fan of wrestling YouTube for a long time. I haven't watched too many people lately, but when I was a teenager, specifically like 15, 16 years old, I'd always watch the rebooking videos. What Culture and Cultaholic. No, he didn't go to Cultaholic. He went to Wrestle Talk. So the booking videos, I was always a big fan of, and I always was doing it myself at home, like fantasy booking, how I would do this differently. Can I write this story better? And now that I've got this platform, I feel like I actually can do it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. This probably is going to be a one-time only thing because I don't want to just be a carbon copy. But today, on this channel, we're going to see how Jarren would book John Cena's farewell tour. Now, me being familiar with this format, let me tell you exactly what happened in the retirement tour up to this point. I'm currently recording this on August 28th, and Cena still has maybe like 10 or 11 dates to go, with 2 of the 36 dates actually not being announced for anything yet. They're still kind of up in the air. I was going down the list and I was like, what the hell's going on? So John Cena, announced his farewell tour at Money in the Bank 2024. He said, listen, I'm going to be retiring in 2025. That'll be my last year. It started with Cena coming out on the Raw Netflix premiere and announcing himself for the Rumble. He didn't win the Rumble, but then said, I'm going to be in the Elimination Chamber because I need to be WWE Champion. He wins the Elimination Chamber. You already know the story. Rock wants Cody's soul. Cody doesn't take it. We get this, John Cena with the biggest heel turn of all time. And then The Rock disappears forever, which leads into a storyline of Cena trying to ruin wrestling. He's lashing out at the fans because for 25 years, he has been in an abusive relationship with the WWE Universe. So he's going to take the thing you love and take it home because John Cena is the last real champion. We got some matches against Randy Orton after he won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, of course, against Cody Rhodes. He fought Randy Orton. He fought R-Truth. He fought CM Punk. We had the tag match at Money in the Bank of Cena and Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes and Jay Uso. We had, SummerSlam where John Cena randomly turned face after everything. I guess the heel turn just didn't work out, and Cena lost the title to Cody, and now he's on his face run as he closes out his career as we're approaching the Logan Paul match. I guess by the time you see this, it'll have already happened. But that is pretty much Cena's year so far. And a lot of people are down on it. Well, Cena's heel turn was not what I thought it was going to be. He turned face too quick. The subject matter was lame. This is not what I envisioned from a John Cena heel run. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to challenge myself to book 36 dates. And I'm not even just doing like random dates. Each of the dates he's appeared at and all of the announced dates he's appeared at, I'm going to rebook what's happening on those shows. I'm going to rebook some storylines. I'm going to move stuff around, and I'm going to try to book a better heel turn for John Cena. So here are the rules, right? I want to keep the same roadblocks that WWE had. Here are the rules. 36 dates to be booked. Can't go over, not going to go under. Somewhere in there is a heel turn. Rock leaves immediately after the heel turn. John Cena is going to win the WWE Championship and in some capacity is going to face Randy Orton, CM Punk, R-Truth, Logan Paul, Jay Uso, Brock Lesnar, and Cody Rhodes throughout this run, and maybe some other people, but that's just what has happened. There's a face turn around SummerSlam, and I feel like if you're going to do a story, you gotta commit to it. So my goal here is to work with the restrictions that WWE had because card subject to change. Maybe they didn't know Rock was gonna take off out of nowhere, but I'm gonna try to work with these restrictions while also fixing the concerns that people have, like John Cena fighting new people instead of, just the same old stuff, or having matches happen where they make sense, like CM Punk. It happened at Night of Champions. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best here to do it better. Here we go. We kick off the farewell tour on the premiere of Raw Netflix. Now, the first 3 appearances, I'm actually not going to change anything. I think John Cena's promo at Raw Netflix, the premiere, was Fine. It was exactly what it needed to be. He announced for the Royal Rumble. Fantastic. His second date was at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view where he was in the final two against Jay Uso, and Jay shoved John Cena off the apron to win the Rumble. Cena had a very shocked face and then went on the press conference and said, listen, I've been doing this for a long time. I don't think I have deserve the 17th WWE Championship. I think I've earned it. So I'm going to go to the Elimination Chamber. I'm not going to qualify for it. You know what I mean? I'm going to go to Elimination Chamber. I'm going to win because that is what's best for business. That promo was definitely very weird when he did it. I don't know if anybody thought it would allude to a heel turn, but it did because we go to Elimination Chamber 2025. I'm not changing literally anything about this as well. John Cena in the final two with CM Punk. Punk takes a curb stomp from Rollins. Cena goes, I'm sorry, puts him in the STF, and Cena is going to WrestleMania. I'm also going to keep the storyline where The Rock wants Cody Rhodes' soul. Cody comes out to confront Cena. Rock comes out with Travis Scott, and we play it out the exact same way because I think up until this point, everything was pretty fantastic. I don't think there was any argument that this Cena retirement run was off to a bad start. It was definitely super unpredictable, and people couldn't wait to see where it was going. And then I feel like after this, it slowly fell apart. So this is where I'm actually going to try to fix this because Rock left right after. Like, we haven't seen him since John Cena turned heel, and he's already turned face since then. So I think the plan was for Rock and Cena to be a unit. But now that we're not getting that, how do you make sense of John Cena selling out to The Rock after 25 years of hustle, loyalty, and respect? How do you make a bad guy out of John Cena when the whole reason for him turning into a bad guy is no longer going to be there? Bear with me. We go to Brussels, March 17th on an episode of Raw. John Cena comes out for his promo. Now, what happened in real life is Cena lashed out on the fans and solidified the heel turn that, hey, it's your fault that I'm a bad guy. I'm a human being. I'm not just a bad guy. I'm a human being. I'm not going to do that here. John Cena says, listen, I attacked Cody Rhodes at Elimination Chamber because I am the greatest of all time. John Cena should be handed WWE title opportunities. He shouldn't have to go and win the Royal Rumble or win the Elimination Chamber, but his farewell tour after 25 years of service to WWE is taking a backseat to people like Jay Uso. It's taking a backseat to people like Cody Rhodes. Cena says, this year is about me, and I've earned a 17th World Championship a long time ago. That World Heavyweight Championship in 2023 should have been handed to me. The only reason Roman Reigns was WWE Champion for 4 years is because I wasn't around enough. Roman got me once. Fine, I can guarantee that wouldn't happen again. The fact that I have to compete on the same level as somebody like Logan Paul, who's only been doing this for 4 years, makes me sick. Logan Paul was in the final 3 of the Elimination Chamber. I feel like the Royal Rumble getting eliminated from that when it was Logan Paul and Jay Uso in the final 2. Cena's like, how am I losing to these two? This should have been an easy win. Cena says, I'm putting the spotlight back on me and how great I am because this is my farewell tour. I deserve literally all of the spotlight. So you know what I did? I went to The Rock to complain. I said, Rock, I don't know what's going on. These people got absolutely no respect for me, and the people on top of this company right now do not deserve their spotlight whatsoever. And you know what The Rock told me? He said, John, you're right. I haven't been around too much in the last year because honestly, I feel like the company is in shambles. You know what The Rock told me? He said, John, I guarantee you, even if I looked Cody Rhodes in the eyes and offered him the keys to the kingdom, offered him all of the success that somebody like John Cena had, he wouldn't even take it. This is this fake pride bullshit that all of these new guys are having. They're too proud. They don't want to win by any means necessary. It makes no sense. I feel like we needed to make the heel turn make sense. Rock left after the heel turn. So how do you explain, why are you siding with The Rock if Rock's never going to show up again? How do you make that make sense? We make it a ruse. John Cena and The Rock have made this plan to expose Cody Rhodes and humiliate him, knowing that he wasn't going to take The Rock's offer. But guess what? You were never going to have it in the first place because we're beating your ass at Elimination Chamber. However, The Rock isn't there. So Cena goes, you know what, I thought about it. Rock wants a partnership with me, but I won the Elimination Chamber by myself. He didn't even help me win the match. If I didn't win, it would have been a lot more embarrassing at Elimination Chamber. I won the Elimination Chamber by myself. I won 16 world championships by myself. I became the greatest of all time by myself. And I can damn sure win a 17th world title by myself. So Rock, thanks for helping me make headlines, but you, Travis Scott, and the rest of your stupid family can go to hell. I got it from here. I'll carry this company by myself like I always have. I think this promo makes John Cena a tweener. I feel like we can't go full heel with John Cena because lashing out at the fans kind of makes no sense. It would have made sense if he had turned heel, you know, in the embrace the hate part of his career, but he didn't do it. The last 10 years of his career has been pretty positively received. Everybody's been really excited to have John Cena come back. So having him say, you guys are in an abusive relationship with me, I feel like that doesn't work here. So having John Cena be a tweener and having the audience decide for themselves whether or not they want to root for him makes for a lot more engaging television. I think that can also, you know, make the entrance and close stay the same. It's not, oh, well, you guys get nothing from me. It's like, Cena's like, I haven't changed. I'm just being honest now. I deserve literally everything. I've been, you know, this selfless guy for 25 years. This is my last year, and I'm taking a backseat to these bums. Cody Rhodes. You know what Cody Rhodes was doing when I was WWE champion 10 years ago? He was doing jack shit. Jay Uso, the tag team guy.
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying?
And then after this promo, Cody Rhodes comes out and has a pull-apart brawl with John Cena. We have not heard from Cody Rhodes since then. Mind you, I don't even want Cody Rhodes to be seen until this, because I think John Cena took like 2 or 3 weeks off. I don't want to see Cody either. Cody came out and had a couple of promos or whatever about John. No, don't do that. I don't want to hear a word out of Cody. He comes out, has a pull-apart brawl with John Cena, because that's what we do on the road to WrestleMania, and that's the end of that segment. So Cena is angry at the company, but he's kind of being a dick about it, which now creates the dilemma in the fans' heads of, do I want to cheer for this guy? That's going to be a big theme of this story. We'll get back to it. March 24th, we're in Scotland for an episode of Raw. Now, John Cena, he's about to take the mic and gets interrupted by CM Punk. Now, I was looking at what happened on this show. Punk cut a promo, and that was it. That was the whole build for the Rollins, Reigns, and Punk match. So I figure instead of having, you know, Punk just cut a random promo, why doesn't he confront John Cena? John Cena did what he did in the Elimination Chamber. Punk came second place and had to watch what played out with him and Cody. So Punk comes out to the ring. Now, Punk's got a problem with Cena, and listen, he says, I warned Cody about the pressure that being WWE champion does to you. It happened to me, it's happened to Cody, but that same pressure is happening to you already without even winning the championship. Like, I get it, this is the last time you're really gonna be able to compete for the WWE championship, but you're putting all this pressure on yourself, and it's making you a dick. Punk doesn't like what he's seen in John Cena, you know what I mean? He's being corrupted even without having the championship, taking advantage of Rollins' help inside of the chamber, and having the delusion, John Cena's having the delusion that he's being held down. John, you're getting a guaranteed night 2 main event of WrestleMania. I'll be lucky if I even get night 1 main event, but you're being held down? Now I want Cena to attempt to respond. He thinks about it for a second, raises the mic up to himself, hit Cody Rhodes' music. He comes down, you know, we get into a little brawl here. Cody's got the WWE Championship. We get into a little tussle. John Cena gets a hold of the WWE Championship, goes to hit Cody with it, just like he did at Elimination Chamber, but hits CM Punk instead. Now, you know, when we do have this John Cena CM Punk match, we're not going to have that much time. So I feel like as much build as we can have at the start of this year, let's do whatever we can between them now, because we're not going to have a lot of weeks in between certain shows. So that sets that up while, you know, Punk kind of stalls for time. I mean, Punk really didn't build the Rollins and Reigns match at all on this episode. So if he's going to be there, have him just do something else. Why not? And it also helps build Punk is like, what the hell is going on with John Cena? What really is happening with him? And Cody Rhodes still has not said a word. Now we are in London, March 31st on an episode of Raw. I want this promo between Cody and Cena. to pretty much be the exact same thing. The only difference is here, this is the first time we've actually heard Cody Rhodes talk since he was attacked by John Cena. Now, I want every scathing line that we heard over the last 3 weeks to come out here. 3 promo segments between Cena and Cody is cool, but it can get repetitive, especially when you run out of material. So why don't we have Cody just completely unload on John Cena here, because Cena, in this promo, unloaded on Cody. But this isn't the last promo segment that we have, because the SmackDown before WrestleMania, April 18th in Las Vegas, Cena cuts a promo on Cody. We're having another face-to-face, but Cena warns Cody about his fake pride. Cody, always have a desperate attempt to do the right thing. We knew that you were going to turn down The Rock. I can read you like a book, and I'm going to use that to take the WWE Championship off you at WrestleMania. I know the kind of fake pride that you have, and it's going to cost you, because I am 2 steps ahead, and I'm going to expose it. And you're going to find out why this Sunday. Speaking of this Sunday, WrestleMania. We're here, WrestleMania 41. No Travis Scott. John Cena does not, if you're not going to have The Rock anymore, you're not going to have Travis Scott. Now, mind you, this was in the period of time, now I wanted to work with what WWE were doing. They were planning on having John Cena and Travis Scott in a tag team match. However, knowing that that didn't work out, let's just have Travis Scott not on the show, and we're gonna build it up to later, but plans with Travis Scott fell through. John Cena wins the WWE Championship in the exact same way that he beat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania in this version. Cody has the championship. He's about to use it, but he hesitates. It's not Cena begging Cody, and Cody's like, oh, I feel bad. Cody's about to use it, and he's like, is this really, this hasn't been me at all here. People want me to be this aggressive guy, but no, it's not fake pride. It's who I am. And Cody hesitates with it, but he says, you know what? Fuck it, goes for it. Cena counters, nut shot, belt shot. John Cena is a 17-time WWE champion. The difference here is that Cody Rhodes is not a pussy. Cody Rhodes didn't, cowered out of using the belt. He just hesitated. He had that white meat babyface hesitation, and it cost him. John Cena is now a 17-time WWE champion, and weirdly, he's doing whatever it takes to win this belt. We go to the Raw after WrestleMania. We are in Las Vegas. I believe it is April 21st. And here's where we have the announcement of Cena's countdown, and that he is going to leave with the WWE Championship. Cena says, you know what, listen, nobody can beat me at all. You know what I mean? I'm the greatest of all time, and I'm the greatest of all time for a reason. Look at the 17th World Championship that I have on me. Let's do this countdown real quick. Oh, I have 27 dates left. When that hits 0, I'm taking this WWE Championship and I'm taking it home. If you guys really want to beat me and prove that the greatest of all time isn't who he says he is, just beat me. That's all you have to do, and you have 27 dates left to do it. I want every John Cena entrance to not only have whatever graphics he want to have up, but have the amount of dates that he has left on the screen during every single one of his entrances until his final date. No one deserves to hold the championship, so why would I vacate it and let some schmuck who didn't even earn it win this championship? No, if you don't beat me before I leave, I'm taking this forever. And everybody's going to prove me right that I'm the greatest of all time, and I am unstoppable. You got 27 dates left. Good luck. RKO out of nowhere. We got to build the Randy Orton match first. I think this is a beautiful start to the heel tweener-ish run of John Cena. Okay, you want to prove that I'm not the greatest of all time? Who's going to stop me? Who's taking this belt off me? Maybe Randy Orton. He's the first one up. I feel like this is a good, motivation for a tweener, not just specifically a heel, because nobody wants the WWE Championship to go away. John Cena's taking the WWE Championship. No, nobody wants him to do that. But then also, how can you boo John Cena right now in his final year? Again, that dilemma that the fans have of, do I want Cena to lose the title? Do I want him to take it home? But I also love John Cena. I don't want him to lose. You make your own decisions there. Now, we're here April 25th in Texas here for a promo segment between Cena and Orton. Orton spent this promo talking about John Cena's not having kids. That was the basis of this promo. Cena said, you're parent shaming me. Get that the fuck out of here. Orton is going to challenge Cena for the championship at Backlash, but instead of talking about his kids, Orton is challenging Cena's idea that he's the greatest of all time. Orton says, John, I'm here every week, and I've done literally everything that you've done. 2 Royal Rumble wins, a Money in the Bank win. We've main evented WrestleMania multiple times. The only difference is I, Randy Orton, have 3 less world championships than you, but I'm here every single week, John. Why are you allowed to call yourself the greatest of all time when all you've become is a special attraction? I'm the greatest of all time, and I'm gonna prove it by beating you at Backlash. I want Cena, now this is something that I feel like Cena didn't do enough, was it go in on people. He tried with Randy Orton a couple times, but say it to his face. Cena talks about Orton's failures. He said, listen, how many times do I have to beat you? Like, you're great, Randy Orton, but you've never been greater than John Cena. Listen, Orton, I've never failed a drug test. I've never had to worry about my spot being taken, and I'm definitely not gonna worry about my number 2 taking my championship at Backlash. We can have that segment end, whatever. If you wanna do an RKO or AA, sure, but maybe we don't need to. We could just have the war of words and, you know, we get a little walk to the back. Now, on this same episode, John Cena ran into R-Truth backstage. I want to keep that here, but rather than having, you know, silly R-Truth, whatever, I want R-Truth to say, listen, John, what happened to you? Just have Truth give him like a what happened to you, like a disappointed fan speech. Maybe have Truth go, this isn't the guy I grew up watching, you know, something stupid like that. And Cena can respond with, listen, I just stopped lying to myself. Maybe you should do so too. And Cena walks off. We'll get back to that. I really want a hot angle to lead into Backlash here. So we're on May 9th episode of SmackDown in Dayton, Ohio. Orton calls out John Cena for, you know, maybe another face-to-face, but Cena gets a sneak attack from behind on Randy Orton. Bang. Hits him with the belt from behind. And now we have an assault from John Cena on Randy Orton. I want Cena to hit Orton with the belt 3-4 times, almost to like an uncomfortable point. Because I don't think, while, you know, you might be bruised up going into the pay-per-view or whatever, it's not going to be like you're injured from getting hit with the championship. It's just, you know, you're going to be in a little bit of pain. I want Cena to start whooping his ass with this belt, maybe 3, 4, 5 times. Commentary's freaking out. Joe Tessitore's pissing in his pants. What in the world? Oh, what's in my pants? Now, before the last time John Cena hits Orton with the championship, R-Truth runs out and says, John, stop, dude. Stop. This is not you. What is happening? Stop attacking him, please. Cena's got like a Roman Reigns moment. He's like looking like damn. He drops the championship. Truth like, come on, man, please, like, stop. It doesn't have to be like this. Cena hugs R-Truth. We get that shot in the camera of him looking all serious again. Truth gets hit in the nuts. Cena hits Truth with the belt, hits Randy Orton with the belt one more time, and leave, which takes us in to Backlash, May 10th, St. Louis, Missouri. I want the same match. Again, I really enjoyed the John Cena, Randy Orton match that we had. Maybe the aggression being amped up just a little bit more. Randy Orton's a little more pissed because he got the shit kicked out of him, the previous night. Also, Orton's in front of his hometown people. He should have a very aggressive match against John Cena. It's also the last time we're going to see these two wrestle. Now, Cena obviously won that match. He beats Randy Orton, and I think that is going to, create some doubt in Orton's mind if he is the greatest of all time. But the way I want this match to end, how it happened in real life, is Truth was stopping Randy Orton from attacking Cena. No, I want Truth to confront John. Let's get a ref bump or something. Cena grabs the belt while the referee is down. Truth comes out and tries to talk sense into Cena just like he did the night before. But no, Cena hits Truth with the belt, hits Orton with the belt. Actually, you know what? Let's make it a little fun. He hits R-Truth with the belt. He goes back into the corner. I'm going to hit Randy Orton with this belt. He's going for it. He runs at him. RKO. 1, 2, kick out. Whatever else, attitude adjustment, 1, 2, 3. Let's create some doubt in people's minds that maybe, hey, John Cena is going to lose the title, which I think is going to be important for this run as well, because a big theme for this is John Cena is actually unstoppable. This is going to be a Super Cena run that we are on, and I will explain why that is as this video goes on. But while Cena is leaving after he beat Randy Orton at Backlash, after he, laid out R-Truth before the finish of the match, I want John Cena to look back, while he's on the ramp. It's the last time he's going to be in St. Louis, Missouri. He looks back at Orton in the ring and just has this big, dumb, evil smile on his face. This is important, and we'll come back to that. Now, Truth listen, Truth's contract was running out, and his last match was supposed to be against John Cena. So before Saturday night's main event, have Truth come out on SmackDown and challenge John Cena at Saturday night's main event for the WWE Championship. Now, Truth didn't do anything to earn this title opportunity, but you know what? Truth says, I know I didn't earn a WWE Championship opportunity, but here's what I'm going to do. Cena, if you put your title on the line, I will put my career on the line. If I can't beat some sense into my childhood hero, I don't even want to be here anymore, because I don't know what this company's become. Which leads us into Saturday night's main event, May 24th in Tampa, Florida. It's John Cena versus R-Truth for the WWE Championship. Cena wins anyway. Just put the title on the line, and R-Truth's career is on the line as well. We'll have R-Truth. The only thing I want Truth to do here is the 5 moves of doom. If he has any other bit of offense, we failed. I want John Cena to kill him. I don't want this just to be a crazy, fun, back and forth, TV special match. I want this to be an assault on R-Truth. John Cena kills him. Listen, I'm supposed to leave with this championship. You only have however many dates left to beat me, and I'm fighting R-Truth. No, this is not what it's supposed to be. Cena kills him, but ends his career, whoops his candy ass, and he's walking up the ramp, looks back just like how he did at Backlash. He has the smile on his face, but the smile kind of fades just a little bit. He kind of has a look of disassociation, but then snaps out of it, kind of gives like a whatever, man, and walks to the back. Now, on this episode as well of Saturday night's main event, how it ended was, I believe Cody Rhodes returned after John Cena tried to help Logan Paul win the World Heavyweight Championship. But this is what I want to happen instead. Have the backstage segment between Jay Uso and John Cena go down, but John Cena looks at Jay and goes, listen, Jay, I respect you, but you know what, honestly, you're kind of just a one-trick pony. You know what I mean? You got 5 moves, and that's it. You're just a gimmick. World champions talking smack to each other. Have Jay go, listen, John, if it wasn't for me holding this World Heavyweight Championship, I would just come take yours. Consider yourself lucky. Cena goes, listen, man, The Rock thought that he can beat me in a championship match. Look how that happened. Look how that worked out for you. Don't be stupid like your family members. And that's it. We don't see John Cena for the rest of the night. And Cody Rhodes does not return on this show. We're in Knoxville, May 30th for an episode of SmackDown. John Cena gets real cocky and says, listen, I need some competition. I'm feeling so good, in fact. I got this many dates left. Let's have a John Cena open challenge. I'm putting this WWE Championship on the line against whoever in the back wants to come get it. So whoever wants some, come get some. We get CM Punk's music hitting. He comes down. All right, cool, I'm answering the open challenge. Cena goes, hell no. Leaves the ring, grabs the mic and says, no. Punk, you're not on my level. You're not even on the show. Why would you compete for this championship? I was going to do something nice for these people, but now you ruined it. So the Cena open challenge will happen, but it's going to happen next week instead. Thanks a lot, Punk. Let's have Punk come out on the next Raw and cut a promo on Cena about how Cena's ducking him, you know what I mean? How he should face CM Punk to finally be put in his place by the best in the world and, be exposed as not the greatest of all time. But that takes us to Bakersfield, June 6th for an episode of SmackDown. My phone just effing fell. We get that John Cena open challenge, but not CM Punk. CM Punk cannot compete for this championship. I'm not going to let that happen. Now, John Cena actually fought R-Truth in a match that ended in a DQ on an episode of SmackDown around this time. We're going to do that again here. Not Truth, though, because Truth is not in the company. Also, if you're bringing Truth back, Cena killed R-Truth, but the guy that we have back is Ron Killings. I feel like we could work out the same way, and the story just worked out. Hey, we ended up bringing Truth back, and now he's Ron Killings. R-Truth's career is over, but Ron Killings is here to stay. We can work it out that way. So John Cena does have a match on SmackDown, and it's for the WWE Championship. But who answers it? It is Aleister Black. Aleister Black comes for a WWE Championship opportunity against John Cena. I think it's a nice little mix-up of a newish guy, somebody who's up and coming like Aleister Black. It kind of breaks up the flow of Cena just fighting the same people he fought from a long time ago. But I do want this to end the same way. John Cena hits Aleister Black with the belt for disqualification. Maybe he thought the referee's back was turned, but no, the referee saw it. DQ on John Cena. Now, Cena has a blank stare on his face after getting disqualified. He's not sure if he should be happy about still being champion or embarrassed about his desperation to keep the title, and it's making him look like he can't defend this title the way that he said he would. Cena's got a very conflicted look on his face, but before we can even think about it too much, Out comes CM Punk to brawl with John Cena. CM Punk hits a GTS after a little bit of a scuffle and says, John, this is your last chance. Face me at Money in the Bank for the WWE Championship. What do you say? Punk drops the mic to Cena, who's laying on the ground. Cena, hurt, out of breath, goes, no, you're not getting this championship. Punk goes, all right, goes, grabs the table from underneath the ring, puts it in the ring, sets up John Cena on it. Punk goes up to the top rope for an elbow drop, but Cena rolls out of the way. Punk goes through the table, which leads to John Cena's pipe bomb, where he says, I guess, the same stuff, but it doesn't end with him trying to have a crazy one-liner to leave the ring. It ends with, you know what, Punk? Fine. I'll see you at Money in the Bank for this WWE Championship. Best in the world is nothing compared to the greatest of all time. Now, also, it's Punk versus Cena. We're here at Money in the Bank, June 7th, Money in the Bank. We built this match the day before, but F that. Dominic Mysterio versus Octagon was made the day of Money in the Bank. We can just build Cena and Punk and make it official the night before. I don't care. The main event of Money in the Bank could have easily been the ladder match, but no, instead you're getting John Cena versus CM Punk. You're welcome. Again, I want the exact same match. I don't think the problem in Cena's heel run was the actual heel work he was doing in these matches. It might have just been everything in between, and everything kind of didn't make sense. I feel like we've made sense so far, and I want it to play out the exact same way. Rollins, earlier in the show, won the Money in the Bank briefcase, so he comes down, teases a cash-in on John Cena, but Cena stops Charles Robinson in the exact same way, and the match ends in the exact same way as well. Rollins hits CM Punk with the briefcase. John Cena throws him out of the ring and pins CM Punk to retain the WWE Championship. Cena goes up the ramp, looks back just like he did the last two championship defenses, and he's struggling to smile. His lips kind of quivering. He's like, he's starting to lose it a little bit. We don't know what's going on with John Cena, why he's upset. You just retained the title. Why are you looking like that? Why do you look like conflicted and confused? Whatever, Cena goes to the back, which takes us to June 9th, the Phoenix, Arizona edition of Monday Night Raw. John Cena was on this show. Mind you, if you've noticed, all of the dates that I've had for John Cena, it's been the dates that he's had. I'm not changing any dates. I'm not rearranging anything. This happened. Cena was on the June 9th episode of Raw, and once again says, listen, I need competition. I've been handed has-beens like CM Punk and Randy Orton and wannabes like R-Truth. When am I going to finally have a real opponent? We're cueing Jay Uso's music. It's the first time they're going face-to-face since that backstage segment at Saturday Night's Main Event. It's World Heavyweight Champion Jay Uso looking into the eyes of WWE Champion John Cena. Jay questions Cena's last real champion mentality. I'm not a real world champion, John. We won our world championships on the same weekend. Matter of fact, I won my title before you, which means I'm a longer reigning world champion than you are. How am I not a real champion and you are? Matter of fact, I eliminated you from the Royal Rumble to get the opportunity at this championship. You had to pick up the scraps later on and have a last chance win at whatever title I didn't want. And you know what, John? I'm gonna show you who the realest world champion is tonight when I defend this against Gunther one more time and prove who the real world champion really is. But best believe, John, if I wasn't a world champion, I would take your title easy as hell. Yeet. All right, maybe this puts some doubt in people's heads about Jay Uso, winning against Gunther, but no shot Jay's losing the World Heavyweight Championship to Gunther on this episode. Well, he did in real life, but in my version, John Cena's gonna cost Jay Uso the World Heavyweight Championship. Fine, Cena, he's been a longer reigning champion than me. Let's change that. Oh yeah, just have Cena interfere behind the ref's back in any way possible right before Jey Uso feels like, or it looks like he's about to win, and have Gunther choke Jay out to win back the World Heavyweight Championship. The only difference here is that it was Cena who did it rather than Gunther just beating Jay clean. I think that's fine. Gunther's beaten Jay clean like a zillion times. We know he can do it. But then we go to Kentucky, June 13th for an episode of SmackDown. John Cena now brags about being the longest reigning world champion in WWE. He's the last real champion and the only champion who can win a title by himself, which is a little bit of shade to Gunther because you just helped him win, but now you're going to trash him when Gunther didn't even ask for your help. We don't get a John Cena versus Gunther match in this. That was one of the sacrifices I had to make. but I feel good about the other matches that I have set up for him in this run. I think Gunther's the only missing one. I also don't think Gunther benefits from fighting Cena. I don't think beating him would do anything for him. You know what I mean? And I don't think Gunther needs another loss. Let's just keep them apart. So Cena's bragging about being the longest reigning world champion. Out comes Jay Uso, and just give me a brawl. Jay Uso don't need to speak no words. He just lost the World Heavyweight Championship. Have them go, at each other. Jay grabs the mic. Maybe he gets the better of Cena, and he goes, listen, John, I told you if I wasn't a world champion, I would be one by taking yours. And that's exactly what I'm going to do at Night of Champions. Me versus you for the WWE Championship. Yeet. Now, we are here in Grand Rapids, June 20th edition of SmackDown. I want a John Cena Jay Uso promo segment, but I want John Cena to go in on Jay. We got this many dates left, whatever. I want John Cena to reiterate pretty much everything that social media says about Jay Uso. He can't wrestle. You got 5 moves. You're a gimmick. You know what I mean? Pretty much the same stuff that people have been saying about John Cena for the last 25 years, which is exactly what Jay Uso tells him. He says, listen, John, isn't that exactly what people have been saying about you forever? What makes us so different? 5 moves, just a gimmick, doesn't deserve to be in the spot that he's in? Listen to yourself. You sound like how these people treated you. And you're projecting on me. I'll tell you what the difference is between us. I'm the guy that's going to be the WWE champion at the end of Night of Champions. Yeet. John Cena looks at Jay Uso and says, listen, nobody in your family is worth a damn, all right? No one in your family can beat me, and no one in your family ever will, ever again. We're bringing up the family again, Maybe that's about Rock. Maybe that's about somebody else. Maybe it's about Jay Uso. Whatever, let's see if Jay Uso beats John Cena. We're here June 27th for in a Saudi Arabia edition of SmackDown. I want Jay Uso to really question John Cena's motives here in this promo. Jay's like, listen, what are you even trying to accomplish? Cena should be using this position. It's your last year. You should be using this to highlight talent and showcase smaller people on a larger scale, but instead, you're trying to take this away from everybody? What does that prove? That's what you want your legacy to be? You want to be the guy that ruined wrestling for everybody just so you can prove a point about how good you are? Cena just listens to Jay in this promo. He's just listening to him talk about, well, why am I doing this? Like, what is my end goal here? What am I really trying to prove? I feel like people already think I'm the greatest of all time, but that's kind of the expression you see on his face. He doesn't have to say it, but Cena feels what Jay's saying. What's the point of this? You know what I mean? You're challenging people to come beat you and you're winning, fine. And you're gonna take it away if you retire? What does that do for literally anybody? Cena stares at Jay and says nothing. He just drops the mic and leaves, which takes us into Night of Champions the very next night. Can Jay Uso be the one to save the WWE title? No. I want a fun match between these two. I know we can have one between Jay's presentation with the yeeting and Cena's, more aggressive, bad guy-ish character. We can have a pretty fun sports entertainment extravaganza, including a ref bump. Let's have a ref bump here. I want John Cena to pick up the WWE Championship like he's used it on Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, R-Truth, and Punk got knocked over the head with the briefcase, whatever it counts. He's going to hit Jay Uso with the championship, hits him over the head with it. 1, 2, Jay Uso kicks out. Now, you would think John Cena would be shocked about this. Oh my God, this is how I've won every championship match. But Jay just kicked out. You'd think John Cena would be a little frustrated, a little annoyed, a little aggravated. No, John Cena's like, he's got like a smile of relief on his face, like, okay. Somebody finally did it. Let's do this. We get John Cena and Jay Uso, getting up. Cena lets Jay get to his feet. We get another little brawl between them. Back and forth. Give me a boo spot, whatever. Let's have Jay get the better of the exchange. Super kick John Cena. Maybe a spear. Jay goes to the top rope. Uso splash. 1, 2, kick out. Again, I really want, people to believe that Cena might lose the title here. Like, in a couple of these matches, but just no matter what happens, John Cena just cannot get pinned. We don't know the extent of what John Cena can handle that's going to take for him to lose the WWE Championship. We haven't seen it yet, including this Uso splash. Jay just kicked out of the thing that everybody's been pinned for. and he hits his finish, but Cena still kicks out. We get a little more exchange between the two. John Cena hits an attitude adjustment. 1, 2, 3. John Cena is still, after all that, still the WWE champion. Now, we've seen John Cena's smile slowly fade over the last few months, and there's not even like a quiver anymore. John Cena's just pissed. He's got a straight face. He's angry. But you just won. Again, I don't understand. You just won. Why are you upset? Don't matter. We don't need an explanation right now. John Cena goes back into the ring and beats the absolute dog shit out of Jay Uso. Like the dog shit out of him. I want more belt shots. I want more attitude adjustments. I want an STF that multiple security guards are trying to separate him from, but John Cena will just not let go. Jay is clearly unconscious in the STF, and it's just like Cena is crashing out. Why? You just beat the guy. Why are you angry? Like, leave. The only thing that gets John Cena off of Jay Uso is the music of Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has returned and chases down John Cena. Cena and Cody don't even get hands on each other. Cena just leaves. Cody grabs the mic, looks at Cena on the ramp. We're still not a champions here. And he goes, listen, what is wrong with you? You know, clearly being the champion for the last time has gone way too much to your head for your own good. So I'm going to do you the burden of, this is me holding a mic, by the way. So I'm going to do you the burden of taking that title back from you at SummerSlam. Cena just looks at Cody and takes a somber walk to the back. We don't know what the hell's going through his head. If you're wondering what happened in the King of the Ring tournament, because Cody Rhodes won this, no, Sami Zayn wins King of the Ring in this story and faces Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. There you go, you fixed it. Now, I want Cody Rhodes to come out on SmackDown for the next few weeks, talking about his hesitation at WrestleMania, talking about how it cost him everything, and now he's learned from his mistakes, and that will not happen again. The next time I get my hands on John Cena, I will not hesitate, and I will be the next WWE champion. That WWE title is not being retired, and it's not going away. I guarantee it, I promise you. As a matter of fact, John Cena, I want you in a street fight. I don't want there to be any excuses as to why I won back my WWE championship. I don't want any rules. It's me versus you in a street fight. If you're gonna hit me with a belt, do it to my face, not behind my back like a real man. We move on to July 18th, San Antonio edition of SmackDown. It's a contract signing. This is exactly what happened on this episode, but I want Cody Rhodes to take up the entire promo saying, you know, again, he's learned from his mistakes. He'll stop at absolutely nothing to beat John Cena, especially when there's no rules. You know, he's going in on John Cena, you know, getting in his face saying, you dirty bitch. What happened at Elimination Chamber? What happened at WrestleMania? It's time I get mine. It's time I get my lick back. I am going to be the next WWE champion. Now, Cena, his whole expression this entire time, it's still serious. Cena's been serious, you know, in all of his entries and stuff, but, you know, he's had a smile every now and again. He's had a very expressive face. This is just John Cena being deadpan here. Just taking everything that Cody Rhodes says and just listens to him. Like, all right. So Cody, you know, is in Cena's face. He's talking about, you know, literally everything. He's going crazy. Cody's like, listen, I'm taking the title from you at SummerSlam. And Cena, the only time he grabs the microphone in this whole segment, he looks at Cody, signs the contract, closes the contract, grabs the mic and says, listen, Cody, for your sake, for their sake, and for my sake, I hope you do win on Sunday. I hope you do win. Drops the microphone, gets up, and leaves. Huh? John Cena wants Cody Rhodes to beat him? What is he talking about? Why would he say that? What do you mean for what do you mean for Cena's sake? What? He's been so weird lately with this belt. We go to August 1st for the go-home edition of SmackDown. Cody is very confused and calls out John Cena and tries to antagonize him more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I expect there to be fireworks. I expected a back and forth, you know, promo battle between the two of us. I want Cody to start ripping the Cena, really trying to get under his skin to have some kind of clapback that he didn't have the satisfaction of getting at the contract signing. Cody's like, listen, I'm going to beat you, John. Like, say something, you fucking bitch. Cena says nothing again. He just lets Cody talk. Grabs the microphone, says, listen, Cody, sincerely, I hope you win this Sunday. Drops the mic again and leaves. What the fuck is going on? Now, on this episode, it was where John Cena turned face. I'm not having that happen here, but we'll get to what I'm doing after SummerSlam. Now, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam was fantastic. Again, let's have the same exact match. Up until the belt spot. Cena attempts to use the belt. He has it. He thinks about it, drops it. Still serious though. He doesn't need that belt. It's a street. I could do whatever else. Like I don't need this. It didn't even work on Jay Uso. I'm not a one-trick pony. I can do this myself. Cody though gets the better of Cena, grabs the belt, and doesn't hesitate, not even for a second. There's no like build up to him, like, is he gonna use it? No, Cody just hits John Cena over the head with the WWE Championship. He gets him up, crossroads. He stands up one more time, crossroads. Here we go, third time, crossroads. 1, 2, John Cena kicks out. And Cody's like, what? How did that not be? I don't understand how has he not been pinned at all? Even after all of this, Cody goes for another crossroads. Psych, bitch. Attitude adjustment. STF. Cody Rhodes passes out in the STF, and John Cena retains the WWE Championship. Now, we've gone from a smile on his face to a look of concern to not even being able to have a smile. We had a blank stare in between there with the DQ, a little bit of uncertainty, to then John Cena being angry and crashing out. But now the expression on Cena's face, it's just sadness. Matter of fact, I want Cena to start crying. I want him to start breaking down into tears. Cena's like, oh my God. Let's have a shot of him within the background. You see how many dates he has left, which is... Also on this show, Seth Rollins did not cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase on CM Punk. Take that, dirt sheets, you fucking assholes. So Rollins is still Mr. Money in the Bank. Let's keep that in mind. Now, this is probably one of the most important episodes of John Cena's farewell tour. It's August 8th in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, for an episode of SmackDown. John Cena is still the WWE champion here. So we're now going into uncharted territory. We have now done, the matches and everything like that that he's pretty much had for the most part up until this run. He's still champion, and he's still a tweener with the intention of, when that countdown hits 0 and John Cena is the WWE champion, he's gone. He is done. He's out, and he's taking that belt with him. Now, Cena comes out very serious. There's no, even if there was a little bit of any energy he was putting into his entrance as a tweener before, it's now just somber. And this is where I'd like to not make Cena a full-fledged babyface again, because I think if you're going to do this story, you have to commit to it until the very end. But I think what I'm about to say gives people more of a reason to cheer John Cena. Now, I'm going to read everything that I wrote down on my notes. I'm going to cut this Cena promo style. I'm just going to read it off, so forgive me for looking down as much more than I already have in this video. Cena goes, listen, I need to come clean about how I've been feeling since I won the WWE Championship, okay? When I announced my plan to leave with this title, it was a challenge. I wanted to challenge that locker room to take this from me, because after 25 years of nonstop winning, maybe the fear of losing the top prize would make someone come out here and make a name for themselves, but it hasn't happened. And I'm running out of time. I don't want the WWE Championship to go away forever, but the more time has gone on, the more people I've had thrown at me, like Randy Orton, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jay Uso, Aleister Black, and the more I keep beating these people, the more I'm starting to feel like I've been right all along. If no one can beat me for this title, why would I leave and vacate this belt just for someone who didn't earn it to win it? Even when I don't use weapons like at SummerSlam, and someone like Cody is using weapons, I still win. I don't want this title to cease to exist, but I refuse to lay down and let someone just take it from me. You're either gonna have to earn it, or I have to leave with this, and that's killing me. So please, someone take this title from me. Clearly, I'm not giving enough opportunities out. So every time I come out here for the rest of my dates, I will be defending my WWE Championship in the hopes that someone can finally do the job and finish me for good. So this is John Cena. He's still doing this, but he never wanted to actually retire with the belt. This is, actually has been used to try to build somebody else, to try to, put a fire under somebody's ass to take the title from him. But all of the heavy hitters, it hasn't worked. And the more and more Cena keeps winning, the more and more the reality is setting in that I might have to actually take this WWE Championship home. So Cena doesn't want to be WWE Champion anymore, but he's not just gonna give it up. That defeats the whole purpose of him becoming a 17-time world champion. He needs somebody to beat him, but they're gonna have to beat him. Cena's not gonna, let it easy for anybody, because that's not what a world champion is supposed to be. It's supposed to be somebody that can beat Cena. But the fact that we've gone all of these dates and he's still the WWE champion, when the hell is somebody gonna take this off of me? I'm burdening myself, I'm burdening these people, but at the same time, if no one can beat me for this and I'm about to retire, whoever's the champion after me, they're not gonna earn it. They're gonna be the guy that couldn't beat John Cena, and that's not what a real world champion is. So, all right, the John Cena WWE Championship Open Challenge starts now. You want some? Please, for the love of God, come get some. And Brock Lesnar's music hits. Brock Lesnar goes down to the ring, and in a repeat of what happened in 2012, Cena goes for a handshake. Brock picks him up, F5. Picks him up again, F5. I want to see a zillion F5s to John Cena. Brock leaves, we cut to commercial. Brock doesn't even answer the open challenge, he just beat the shit out of John and left. I think we're all under the impression that this attack has made the open challenge not be a thing. Cena said he's going to defend the title every time he comes out here now, but Brock Lesnar just laid him out, so I guess we're not getting that. No, we cut back from commercial, and John Cena is fighting off medical staff in the ring. He grabs the microphone and says, no, I don't have any time left for this. I promised a title defense, and I'm going to give these people a title defense, so someone please face me for this championship. And Logan Paul's music hits. Now we have Logan Paul versus a beaten down F5 John Cena for the WWE Championship. I think this helps Cena become a little bit more of a face without actually really changing anything about what he's doing with the championship. But now people understand, okay, Cena wants to lose this title. He doesn't want to ruin wrestling. He wants to help wrestling, but no one is allowing themselves to, beat John Cena. But, Brock beat Cena up. Maybe Logan Paul can do it, but no. Logan Paul can't do it, even after John Cena got the shit kicked out of him by Brock Lesnar. We can even have Logan Paul come close. Have him hit a one lucky punch, and Cena kicks out, even after all the F5s he took. And John Cena, in the end, retains the WWE Championship, grabs the belt and leaves with an expression that says, listen, I'm hurt, and I'm pissed. Pissed that Brock Lesnar is back and he just kicked the shit out of me and tried to ruin this for me. But also, I just took so many F5s and I took Logan Paul's best shot, and I'm still the WWE champion. It's more of a mental dilemma now. Can I be beaten? I want to be beaten. I want to shake the hand of the man that eventually becomes an 18-time world champion, but maybe that's not going to be a reality, because I'm taking this title because maybe I am the greatest of all time and nobody can beat me, and that's really pissing me off, and it's killing me on the inside. We're in Dublin, August 22nd for an episode of SmackDown. John Cena grabs the microphone and slams Brock Lesnar, saying that, listen, Brock, you might be the only person alive who can still beat John Cena, and you're wasting your moments on attacking me rather than competing for this title like a real man. Brock, whenever you want this title, come get it. But as of right now, the John Cena WWE Championship Open Challenge starts now. You want some, come get some. And out comes Carmelo Hayes, who has a fun match with John Cena for the WWE Championship. Cena wins. Cena gives Carmelo Hayes like a bullshit-ass handshake and leaves. Cena's still angry that he can't find the person that can take this title off him and relieve the burden that's on his shoulders. Now I want John Cena to come out and just have the open challenge. The rest of his career from here on out is going to be Cena defending the title at every appearance that he's at. But every time he comes out, I want him to have less energy. I want him to look more disheveled every single time, and more of an internal anguish that he's going to have to ruin wrestling based on a rule he made up. Cena hates the fact that he made this dilemma, but he also hates the fact that the evil part of him that created this dilemma is right all along, and Cena needs to take this championship because he's the last real champion, whether he likes it or not. So, with that being said, as more and more defenses go on, the more and more John Cena is getting more disheveled, more desperate to lose, and more like, you know, pissed off, because he's not just going to let somebody win. So here we go. We're going to speed through some of these. August 29th, Lyon, for an episode of SmackDown, John Cena defends against Jacob Fatu and wins. We're going on Cena's hit list of the people that he wanted to face. We're going to give it to him. I think Jacob Fatu can handle a loss to John Cena. I think that's fine. Solo beat him. All right. So Cena wins that. John Cena in Clash in Paris defends the WWE Championship against AJ Styles. Of course, we have to have that happen. John Cena wins. September 5th, Chicago, for an episode of SmackDown. John Cena defends and retains the WWE Championship against Sami Zayn. September 15th, Lowell, Massachusetts, for an episode of Raw. John Cena faces Dominic Mysterio for the WWE Championship. Cena wins. Brock Lesnar comes out and stares down John Cena from the ramp. Cena looks down Brock Lesnar, nods his head, which takes us to Russellpalooza. This is, I believe, the 31st out of 36 dates for John Cena here. Cena comes out for the open challenge, but doesn't even intro it on the microphone. He just goes down to the ring and just goes like that for the ramp. We all know what this match is about to be. We all know who's answering this open challenge. It's Brock Lesnar. We get John Cena versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. I don't care how you book this match, but here's what I want. I want it to be very specific. John Cena has taken 4 F5s from Brock Lesnar and is still in this match, but John Cena, after his 3rd attitude adjustment, retains the WWE title. How the hell is John Cena gonna get beat? Cena doesn't even know. Cena doesn't even know what it's gonna take, because after all of this punishment that he's taken over this year from everybody, he's taken everybody's best shot, sometimes multiple times, and he's still the WWE champion. I want Cena, limping to the back after this match, because it is a match against Brock. I feel like Cena shouldn't just leave unscathed or anything like that. I want him to be half crying, half in pain. I want him to be very overwhelmed and upset with the fact that, after all he's putting his body through in the last few days, mind you, my body hurts so bad, and I'm mentally unhealthy, and at the end of this all, I'm going to be ruining wrestling because I'm taking the WWE Championship. Now, Cena has a couple dates that are unannounced. He has 2. So here's what I'm going to do. Any Raw before Crown Jewel. John Cena open challenge for the WWE Championship. It's answered by Braun Breaker. Cena wins. Now, Rollins teases a cash-in this match. Cena screams, "Come on," at him. Cena wants Rollins to cash in. He just beat Braun Breaker, but Cena's not feeling 100%. "Come on, Rollins, cash in on me." Rollins says, "No, I'm not doing that." Rollins doesn't pull the trigger on it. But Rollins does come out on an episode of Raw before Crown Jewel again. Maybe it's like the week after, the Braun Breaker match. And Rollins says, "Listen, don't bother who's going to challenge you at Crown Jewel, John. I know you're going to be at Crown Jewel and you're going to have another open challenge. Don't even worry about who's going to face you, because I can tell you who's going to face you. It's the Auszilla." Is that his thing? It's Australia's own Bronson Reed. We go to Crown Jewel in Perth. We got John Cena versus Bronson Reed for the WWE Championship. Cena, wins. Maybe we get a couple. Fuck it. Give me 2 tsunamis that John Cena kicks out of. But Cena wins. He retains the title. He's in the middle of the ring, hand over his eyes. He's just not even celebrating, not taking in, the crowd's adulation or the crowd's appreciation for Cena, because mind you, this is the 33rd date. We've got 3 left, and Cena is still WWE champion. If he does not lose in the next 3 matches, the WWE Championship goes away forever. I also want Rollins to attempt to cash in here, but a brawl breaks out between all of the War Games guys. That's where you get, War Games build, and Cena is pissed. He's like, "Listen, you guys are idiots. I could have finally done this if Rollins cashed in. Maybe Rollins could have beat me, but now we're never going to know, because people like Punk and all the War Games people, whatever, they ruined it. Rollins, was going to cash in, but now we got a brawl going. Now, there's another unannounced date. I'm going to use that here. Let's go Raw. Why not? Let's have this be a Raw before Survivor Series. It's John Cena's third to last appearance, and it's an open challenge for the WWE Championship. It's John Cena versus Joe Hendry.
I'm gonna kill myself!
Now, Cena's pissed. Cena is pissed at the idea that he has to face Joe Hendry. And I don't want this to be like a squash, like how Randy versus Joe Hendry was at Mania. But I don't want, Cena to have a hard time against Hendry. I don't want him to have a super hard time. Maybe a back and forth-ish match. But I don't want Hendry coming super close at all like some of the other people during this run. Cena wins and retains and stares at the Tron that says that he has 2 dates left. Cena is pissed. I'm about to ruin wrestling. I don't want to, but the third to last guy I gotta face is Joe Hendry. So he's gone until Survivor Series. The 35th date, I just went all the way down. The 35th date of John Cena. Survivor Series, his second to last match is another open challenge, and it is answered by Drew McIntyre. Do whatever you want in this match, but John Cena wins. He beats Drew McIntyre, and he looks as disheveled and defeated as any winner could possibly look. Cena he's just sitting there. And the Tron behind him or next to him just says 1 date left, 1 date. And Cena's just looking at that. He looks down. He can't believe it. Cena grabs the mic and says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what's about to happen. I have 1 match left. I've defended this championship. I've defended my 17th world championship 17 times in the hope that someone would take it from me. But no one has. And after my next and final match, it seems like no one will. So while I'm proud to be considered the greatest of all time, I just wish someone, for one night only, could just be a little greater. Cena drops the mic, stands up, gets ready to leave. Cue Roman Reigns' music, boom, 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 whatever. Roman Reigns comes down, stares John Cena down, and Cena shakes Roman Reigns' hand. John Cena's final match on date 36 at Saturday night's main event in Boston, Massachusetts, is against Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. We don't see anything from Cena until his final appearance. Whatever Roman wants to say in the build-up for this, let him do it. But it's John Cena versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. We are on date 36 in John Cena's last match. I want to see John Cena play in the hits. I want the best of both of them. Have Roman's good character work, match with Cena's, desperation. Like, no, focus on me. Take this title from me, damn it. But Cena's not letting him do it. Cena's doing everything he can. He's outsmarting Roman. He's been doing this for 25 fucking years, and he's faced Roman 2 other times before, and he's gotten beat by Roman twice. He knows what it takes finally to beat Roman Reigns. I want 2 spears from Roman Reigns. I want 2 attitude adjustments from John Cena. And at the crescendo of the match, Roman Reigns sets up for a 3rd spear. He hits the spear on John Cena. It's a 3rd spear from Roman Reigns. 1, 2, kick out. John Cena kicked out. Cena, in a little bit more of a back and forth tussle, gets Roman Reigns up for the attitude adjustment, and Cena hesitates for a second, giving Roman, a slight chance to reverse, which is completely going against everything that Cena wanted. Cena doesn't want somebody to just be handed out the WWE Championship. Cena wants somebody to take it from him, but in a last move of desperation, he just holds it there for a second, like, is he gonna get out of this? And Roman he's limp. He's not reversing. Cena hits the 3rd attitude adjustment. 1, 2, 3. John Cena beats Roman Reigns and is still the WWE champion. He's defended the 17th World Championship 18 times. And Cena won. No one was able to beat him. We never saw the extent of what John Cena can take or what it would take to beat him. And now, after beating Roman, he has to take the WWE Championship home, and it's going to be gone forever because he was right the whole time. No one was able to beat him. John Cena, you know, he's so defeated, but the crowd is clapping for him. It doesn't matter what happens, you know, after this. We're just happy that we got to see John Cena's last match. Thank you, Cena. Chants are going off. You know, a standing ovation. John Cena is losing it. He's just so upset. You know, I wish this could have gone the way that I wanted, but no one, not even Roman Reigns, could do it. Cena drops the belt in the middle of the ring, like he gets down on his knees and goes on all fours to kiss the mat. And as he's doing that, the crowd starts to freak out. But we don't see what's going on because, I mean, it's John Cena's last match. The camera shot is on John Cena on all fours, kissing the mat goodbye. But as he's doing that, he gets fucking curb stomped. And the crowd loses their mind. John Cena just got curb stomped in his goodbye. Seth Rollins gives a referee the Money in the Bank briefcase. Ding, ding, ding. This night is not over. John Cena is now defending the WWE Championship one last time against Seth Rollins in his Money in the Bank cash-in. And we're going to get one last Super Cena run here because this is how the match goes. He already hit the curb stomp. We ring the bell. Rollins hits another curb stomp. 1, 2, kick out. Rollins is like, are you fucking kidding me? Goes back to the corner. Curb stomp, second curb stomp of the match, third one overall. 1, 2, kick out. What the fuck? Rollins goes back into the corner. He's screaming at him. Cena's doing the fucking Ric Flair, come on, motherfucker, bring it on. Rollins hits another curb stomp. 1, 2, 3. And as the referee's counting, even an unconscious John Cena somehow is able to have a smile back on his face as Seth Rollins is the new WWE champion. At the buzzer, Rollins did it. And here's what I think this does. You know, Cena has his farewell. He does a whole speech, whatever he wants to do. And he gets the hell out of here. That's John Cena's career. But what I think this does is not only set up Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Roman couldn't beat John Cena. Rollins did. I think this year should not be used to put multiple people over. How much more of an impact would it have if after all of these championship defenses, only one person could beat John Cena? And it's Seth Rollins. Roman doesn't need it. Nobody else, I don't think, needed it except for maybe some of the up-and-coming guys. But Rollins is on the cusp of being considered one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. What an accolade it can be, where in a championship run that had John Cena defend against Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, Jay Uso, Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns. Cena's beaten all of those, but the person that beat John Cena is Seth Rollins. Shout out Kid for editing this video, man, because I'm sure this was not easy. Big project for him, so I really got to give him some credit for that. Best editor in the whole world. And yeah, we will see you guys soon. Peace out.